and Alan talking about movies. They may be best friends, but they always disagree. Taylor and Alan, I seen that.
This movie is a good one.
Oh, boy.
I think you saw it. I don't know how you felt about it.
I loved it.
Me too. Let's see. There wasn't a lot of good trivia that wouldn't just give it away. So these are not going to be the best trivias, but I think you'll still get it.
Let's do it.
Saw Gerrera's line, "What will you become?" was used in the trailer was improvised.
Okay.
Alan Tudyk ad-libbed some of his dialogue.
Dodgeball.
A jug of blue milk can be seen in Lyra's kitchen when Jin is hurriedly packing her things.
Okay.
I fully expected you to get it off of that one.
Say that one again?
A jug of blue milk can be seen in Lyra's kitchen when Jin is hurriedly packing her things.
None of that sounds familiar.
Really? Well, I don't have any more trivia written down is a problem.
Make up your own trivia.
Makeup? Many people get this confused with the makeup rouge, when they spell it out.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
They misspell it rouge. The rouge is like the I think color on your cheeks or something like that. This is Rouge 1.
Oh. Okay. I got you.
What is it?
I guess I should say it's Rogue One.
Thank you.
At first I was like, let's talk about Moulin Rouge? What is that one? Moulin? Why am I can't say it all of a sudden?
Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge?
Yeah.
Okay. No, sounds like a horrible movie.
Yeah. Rogue One.
Okay.
A Star Wars story. 2016. Did you see this?
I did see this. I don't remember anything about blue milk.
Well, I mean, it's just in the background. But blue milk is a thing about the original Star Wars. On Tatooine.
I don't remember that at all.
What'd you think of Rogue One?
It was decent, but not great for me.
Yeah. This is...
I couldn't get myself into it.
This is my favorite Star Wars movie.
Which is boggling to me. Because I remember you saw this movie, and you told me about it. You were in town. So then I was like, oh man, this must be a great movie. And here's the thing. I don't know if I got it overhyped in my head. That paired with lots of frustration we went to go see this movie, and then the theater that we went to was so hot. Like, I could not breathe. I was sweating. It was so uncomfortable. It was making me angry.
Did you have a stroke?
So, I might have had a stroke. So I straight went on Facebook and I messaged the theater. I said, we are dying in here. Can someone turn down the air? And then they did.
You're a hero.
I thought so.
That's another Star Wars story.
Yeah, it should be the next one. But for probably the first 45 minutes, I was so hot that I could not focus completely on the movie.
Yeah. Did your wife?
So I will say that.
Did your wife feel the same way? Was she so hot that she was dying?
I think she just was kind of whatever towards it.
You were probably the only one. Did you have a hoodie and a jacket on?
Yeah, I was having a hot flash. I did enjoy like the last 30 minutes of it.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? Like, it is really slow in the beginning and it takes a long time to get there. But I feel like it paid off at the end of it.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
My overall experience of the whole thing was this is really good.
My overall experience was, this is really hot. It was just like, okay, cool. I don't know. I couldn't get into it.
Yeah. Well, what's your favorite Star Wars?
My favorite Star Wars is going to be Episode 3.
Really? That's your favorite one?
Yeah, I think so.
I like the last half of Episode 3. I think it's pretty good.
Yo, the last half is great. Episode 1 is garbage.
Yes.
Most of Episode 2 is garbage. Episode 3 is pretty good, in my opinion.
Well, that's what I was talking.
And then 4, 5, and 6 are just like, these are movies.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of the original trilogy.
Yeah,
They're fine, but
I mean, yeah, exactly. They're good. That's it, though.
like I think I'm more of a fan of Star Wars as an idea than I am of the movies.
Absolutely. I am wearing a Star Wars shirt as we speak.
Are you?
Yet, I'm not like a huge fan of the franchise. I just have the shirt.
Like I've played the games, and just
The games are fun to play. That's a whole different story.
But,
most Star Wars games are pretty fun.
yeah, I remember Battlefront. Battlefront was a great game when it came out.
Battlefront, the original first two, those were great games. Have you played the new one?
I have not.
Not so great.
No, really? I thought it was like getting back to form. Like it was.
No. The problem is that they focus more on like online multiplayer.
Oh.
And it was less about how I remember the originals to be, which I thought it was going to be. So they're doing a Battlefront 2, and supposedly that one is supposed to be more like how the originals were.
Gotcha. See,
I'll probably give it a chance.
I like the original Battlefront more than I liked the second one.
Oh yeah, so did I.
Because that's when
the second one was cool. It just had more like Jedis that you could play as and characters.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I felt like
No,
I felt like when they did that, it like kind of ruined it.
Well, I liked how it was set up. Is that it was timed. Like you couldn't just play the whole time as this character. It was for like 30, 45 seconds.
Yeah.
So it was like a fun little burst of killing spree real quick and then back to the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't like that at all. I didn't like how overpowered they were. I found that obnoxious. And then their controls were awful.
Yeah, there was a learning curve.
And so it's like, if the controls would have been real fluid and you felt like, oh, this, now I'm a Jedi, maybe it would have been more fun.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, it's not about being a Jedi, so they probably just didn't care to put too much into it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's the problem I had. I would have much rather it just been a shooter like the first one, just updated and, with better graphics and different features, and not have put in the Jedi and all that. Or just leave them as a boss that you have to fight. I feel like being the heroes made the game worse.
I feel like it was a breath of fresh air.
Yeah. So what do you think about Rogue One not having any Jedis in it?
I think that's probably why I didn't find it super interesting.
Oh, really? See, I don't like...
Not a lightsaber in sight.
It didn't really bother me.
No, it didn't bother me. It just, I honestly didn't care about any of the characters. I think that was the problem. I could have cared less if they died or lived or succeeded or not. It just, they weren't interesting to me.
Not even KSO? Is that his name, KSO? The robot? The droid in that?
Oh, he was, no, okay, I take it back. He was funny.
Yeah, he was the best character, I thought.
Other than that, I felt a little disappointed in Forrest Whitaker's character. Or was it Lawrence Fishburne?
Forrest Whitaker.
I thought he was going to have a cooler role, and then I ended up not liking him.
Yeah. I have a hard time keeping this and The Force Awakens straight in my head.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I get it. I get
Now,
it.
see, I enjoy Force Awakens. I have no problem keeping that one straight.
I didn't really care for it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Rogue One is the best movie ever, but I think it's my favorite Star Wars
But it's the best
movie.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
I would probably put it ahead of Episode 1. But that's probably it for me.
Well, like,
the rest of the movies might come ahead.
I saw on Twitter someone was talking about how he showed his wife Rogue One, and when they left the theater, his wife was like, I gotta know what happens next. And he was all excited, like, now I can finally show her the rest of Star Wars. I was like, man, that would be, coming out of Rogue One, and how exciting that last, 10 minutes is.
Yeah.
To go into Star Wars A New Hope, like, oh, that would be painful.
Oh yeah, because it's a big step back.
Yeah. Even just...
It's like, oh wait, what happened? This is not exciting.
What does your kid, what does Braden think about the difference in quality between the prequels to the original?
Oh, I don't think he even noticed.
No.
He watched all of them. He hasn't seen Rogue One, but he's seen all the other ones. Yeah. He likes them all.
I did like that everyone dies at the end of Rogue One. That it wasn't building into a new narrative. Like,
like it was open and shut.
Yeah. Cause I went and saw it with my friend Jesse, who actually had done episodes of this show with me before. And, I leaned over to him in the middle. I was like, hey, I bet you Cassian and Jyn are going to be the parents of Rey. Like, I think that's going to be the connection. And then they died, and I was like, hey, I think I might have been wrong about that.
Yeah, maybe not.
But I thought that's what they were doing. That was
cool, though. Yeah, I think that during the movie I kind of thought, so I think even before that, I thought going into it, I was like, I wonder if we'll get some kind of clue about Rey, and no. As far as I know, there were no clues.
No, I don't think so. But you weren't a fan of it not being a part of the Skywalker story?
Well, no, it's not that I wasn't a fan of it not being a part of it. I'm fully open to exploring the other stories of Star Wars. It just, like I said, I think the main thing was the characters were not great to me.
Yeah.
So I didn't get invested in them, and I didn't really care what happened with them.
Yeah. I think it would be cool to have, like, just completely new stories, stuff that's not even tied together. Because they're trying to make a Han Solo movie, which I think is having a rough time in pre-production right now.
Well, I think they're having a trouble sticking with directors.
Yeah. And then they're talking about...
I'm a little more excited for that.
I don't think it's going to be good.
I think it has potential.
You
don't think so?
No, I don't think it's going to be
Even
good.
with Donald Glover as Lando Calrissian?
I think it's going to make it worse.
You think that'll make it worse?
Yeah. Not because he's bad, but because he's so... I think
he's too popular?
Yeah, he's like bigger than the role is going to be, like he kind of
I can see that.
He stood out so much when I saw Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I really like Donald Glover in Community, and we started watching Atlanta, and we really liked it. We just never,
Oh, yeah, I watched that. That was pretty good.
And then in The Martian, he was really good. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. He's just one of those actors that stand out a lot. And I feel like him being in the Han Solo movie, it's gonna hurt it. It's not gonna make it worse and not gonna make it bad. It's just gonna make it harder to get lost in the story.
You won't experience the immersion.
Yeah.
I can see what you're saying. I don't know. There's that potential. I guess it depends on how funny they try to make the character.
Yeah. Well, I think it was a lot of it was improvised, and that's why they're having difficulties with the director and having to reshoot a bunch of stuff.
Well, yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
But I would like to see an original, like, back when the Jedis were Like before they all got decimated, you know, like
1,000 years earlier.
Yeah. Kind of
when they were like a full police force.
Yeah. Or the Obi-Wan movie has potential too. They've been talking about
Is there
that.
an Obi-Wan movie coming?
They're talking about it, yeah. They're talking about bringing back Ewan McGregor to be Obi-Wan in between episode 3 and episode 4.
Okay, I'd be down with that.
But there's kind of a, like, I think it'd be cool, but it also might not be pretty easily.
Well, I think everything has the potential to be cool or not cool.
Everything?
Just about.
I'm going to have to disagree with you there. Some things are destined to be not cool.
Yeah, maybe. There was rumors about them doing like a Boba Fett movie. See, and I was on board for that, but that's almost sounds like it's not really happening.
Yeah, I don't think they should do that. I think they should just do kind of like what they did with Rogue One, but just completely
new stories.
New stories, yeah. New characters, new storyline. Just explore the world more, and I think get away more from the Skywalker line of thoughts, you know, like.
But the whole Star Wars whole thing is like about threats to the whole universe, you know? There's no little threats. So they would either they would have to make a story that doesn't follow that because I don't know. I had these thoughts in my head that made sense. As I'm saying them, they make less sense. Like, it would have to be such a minor conflict.
Yeah, but I think that's okay. I think you can make minor conflicts compelling.
Normally, yes. Star Wars, I feel like there's already so many bigger things that have happened. Minor conflicts won't feel like a big deal.
I don't know. I think it can. You just have to...
I think it can. I just don't know how it would work.
You have to care about the characters is the thing.
Well, that is the thing.
You have
Make me care about these characters.
Yeah. And so if you care, like say the story's focused on a family, right? Here, I'll write it for you. This is my Star Wars story.
All right. Pitch. Go.
It is a family that is traveling through the galaxy and they accidentally get a smuggler on their ship without realizing it.
Okay.
And now they're being chased while being held hostage by either the Jedi or probably the Empire, right? Like, it's someone who is a rebel, snuck onto their ship, was trying to escape them, but now is holding this family hostage and is being chased by the Empire. But you build it all around the family and them trying to stay alive from this guy who's willing to do anything to keep whatever information or whatever intact, that he is the villain even though he's the good guy, because the real villains are chasing them. So he's doing terrible things to this family, not like torturing them, but like, you know, threatening to kill them and, you know, risking their lives to survive, and all to protect whatever information or thing that he has obtained, and them being chased, and, you know, but you get to the point where you really care about that family.
Okay. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. So it doesn't even have to be, you know, there doesn't have to be lightsabers. There doesn't have to be Jedi. There doesn't have to be, you know, like the big things, but you just are like so involved with this one set of people. You're like, you know, you can tell a story inside of that universe and make it compelling without having to involve the Skywalkers.
Interesting.
I don't think they'll ever do that, but.
Oh, you don't think they'll do that exact movie?
Well, I'm in talks right now.
With Lucas or Disney?
With Disney. I have a sit down.
Have you thought about who you want to star in your movie? Who's the smuggler? The
smuggler is Brad Pitt.
Okay. He's definitely not too big for the role.
No.
He's no Donald Glover.
But Brad Pitt is different because he'll be the main character.
Yeah.
You know
he won't steal the spotlight because he'll be the spotlight.
Yeah, it's already for him.
And who is the antagonist coming after him, Brad Pitt?
Who's chasing him?
Is it a Jedi?
No, it's the Empire.
Oh, it's the Empire.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So he's a rebel, right? So the whole idea is that the rebels are the good guys, you know? But kind of like they did with Cassian, to where he was willing to kill people to continue stuff on. This guy is willing to sacrifice this family who has done nothing wrong and is not involved with either side. But so he's the bad guy to them, but there's the ultimate bad guy who's chasing all of them. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So where does this movie take place? Like, in relation to the others?
It doesn't matter. At any point.
It matters to me.
I guess it would have to be after
3.
After 3, yeah.
Would we see Darth Vader?
No Darth Vader. No current characters. All new characters.
And what is your smuggler's name?
No. This is not, I'm so awful at being creative this way.
Yeah, I feel like whenever I make up names, they sound so horribly made up.
Yeah.
That it's bad.
I'll just do what Jordan Lucas did. It'll be Alan Cloud Thinker.
Nice. Alan Cloud Thinker. I'm going with Bill Bisquick.
There you go. But yeah, no, I my whole point, not saying that would be the best movie, but I think they can make really compelling things inside of the universe.
Yeah.
You know, and have it not be a part of that main storyline. Because there's only so much you can really fit into that one storyline, to where it's like, all right, this is getting a bit much.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
But that's just my opinion. I also don't really care about Star Wars, so it doesn't really matter to me what they do with it. Like,
so now you might just write this movie as a regular movie.
I should do that.
It's a hitchhiker, also played by Brad Pitt.
Yep.
But he's being chased by Nazis.
Oh, Nazis. Current day Nazis?
Yes.
Yeah. What is his information that he has?
You can't put me on the spot like this. I'm not even going to try to think of something that's going to sound stupid. That's all I got.
All right. Well, our energy levels have drastically dropped.
They are depleted.
What are you going to do if Rogue One comes on?
I might try to watch it again to see if maybe the temperature, ruined the movie for me.
Yeah.
Or if I really just didn't care for it that much.
Yeah.
So, at some point I'm gonna do that. I know I need to. So, I'll probably watch it if it comes on.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I might actually, seek this one out. I'll try to watch it intentionally at some point here soon.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen it, but do you have a movie that you want to see?
I did, and I have forgotten it. Give me a second to remember. Okay, yeah, that's what it was. I want to see the movie Blade Runner, the old one. I've never seen it.
Yeah, I haven't even seen it either.
But I know that they have a new one coming out.
Yes.
So I'm intrigued. Like I said, I will rather die before watching the new one without have seen the old one.
Oh, wow. That is aggressive.
I'm saying I want to die. I'm saying I will die before I watch that movie, before I watch the old one.
Gotcha. So if someone is dragging you into the theater to watch the new one, you're gonna remove your false tooth and bite down on the cyanide pill?
I'm gonna drink the cyanide.
Yeah. That seems reasonable.
It's more along the lines of, I will die not having seen it if I never get around to seeing the original.
Yeah.
It'll just go unseen.
That is probably the case for me as well, but not out of a moral stance. Just out of, I don't think I'll ever go and see the first one. And I don't know anything about the story, so seeing the second one doesn't sound that appealing.
That's true. I wonder if you have to see the old one.
I doubt it.
I'd
be surprised.
I don't think so.
No, I think it's going to have a lot of fan service type of things where you're like, oh yeah, I remember that, or I know what that is, but I think they're going to make it with the intention that people who haven't seen the first one can enjoy it.
Like well. Mad Max.
Yeah.
I mean, it does have Harrison Ford, so there's some connection.
Yeah, I don't think there's...
That's the extent of my knowledge.
I don't think there's much. I think... I mean, I have no idea, but I would assume, based on how invested Harrison Ford seemed into making The Force Awakens, he was like so ready to be done with that. I just feel like he doesn't really want to do movies anymore.
Yeah, he's kind of done. I'm pretty sure he's crashed 2 planes.
Yeah.
Trying to just get out.
Yeah.
That reminds me though. Have you... This is spoilers for Force Awakens, but long enough, people, I don't care. That Harrison Ford requested to be killed in the original trilogy. Have you heard that?
Yes.
And George Lucas wouldn't go for it?
Yeah. Well, I think...
So basically...
I brought this up with, when I did the podcast with Mike, that I think Han Solo either doesn't die, that he's going to come back alive probably in the 9th movie, or he had set it up with Kylo Ren to sacrifice himself so Kylo Ren could get deeper into what the Sith are doing so he can dismantle it from the inside. Like, I think it's all been a plan from the beginning. Do you know what I'm saying?
It was a ploy. Yeah.
That Kylo Ren isn't actually
read a theory
a bad guy.
That is similar to that one. But it wasn't that...
Was it out of my journal?
Yes, that's what that was. It wasn't that it was planned, but he almost like killed himself with Kylo Ren's lightsaber. Like, so Kylo wouldn't have to do it, so he wouldn't be pulled darker into it and have that hanging over him.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't know how accurate that is.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It's something.
Yeah, I think Han Solo knew it was going to happen.
You think so?
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So he requested to be killed off because he didn't want to be involved in this huge franchise. And George Lucas just was like, no.
What did you think about them using young Leia in the movie? How did that make you feel?
I liked it.
I thought it was creepy.
I mean, I know it was already done though.
Well, no, it wasn't even about her being dead, but just like when I saw it, I was like, oh, this makes me uncomfortable.
It made me I did do like a double take.
Yeah. Cause I had the same feeling with the Tarkin guy.
Oh, Grand Moff Tarkin.
Yeah, I didn't know that actor was dead. And, when I saw it, I was like, man, there's something.
Spoilers, I didn't know either. Spoilers to real life.
And, there's something off about it that made me uncomfortable, like, emotionally for some reason.
So when you watched this movie, was she already dead?
No.
And it still made you uneasy?
Yes.
See, I think when we watched this movie, it was probably within a week of her dying. It did feel strange, but not enough to, like, take me out of the moment. Plus, obviously, it was done beforehand. It wasn't like a tribute. I didn't have a problem with it.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't bother me so much that she was dead, that they had done it. Well, I mean, she was alive when they did it. I just don't like the idea of where that could lead. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't really like it
like in future movies?
Yeah. I also didn't really care for it in which Marvel movie was it? Winter Soldier? Or no, Civil War. Which one was Tony Stark super young in?
That was Civil War.
I didn't like it when they did it in that either. Or Ant-Man. Like every time
That was weird. That looked real strange.
They've de-aged people with CGI has been like, it just makes me like uneasy. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not like scared or like nervous, but it just like
the one about Tony Stark though, I can get that because to me, it almost looked like it was current Tony Stark or current Robert Downey Jr., but he was like sick.
Yeah.
You know, like he had like leukemia or something, and he was like, he didn't look right.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, something about it. I don't know if it's just something it being computer generated that like doesn't register with my brain, right? I mean, they do a great job, especially with Princess Leia. She looked really good, but something about it just came off so fake that my brain could not accept it.
Well, how did you feel? You've seen the movie Looper?
Yeah.
How did you feel about them mixing Joseph Gordon-Levitt's face with Bruce Willis?
That didn't really bother me all that much. Other than
that took me out of this movie every step of the way. And I'll tell you why, because I was really excited for this movie.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you remember, but when the trailer came out, it was not like that. It was just him.
Oh, was it?
Everything was just him.
Remember that.
I remember. So then when the movie came out and I watched it, I was like, what is going on with his face? Cause I'd seen him regular. I was like, this is very strange. It took me out of it like completely.
Yeah.
If I had known, I guess going into it that that's what they were doing, maybe it would have been different.
Yeah.
But the fact that I'd already seen the trailer probably multiple times and it wasn't like that, it was really off-putting.
So I had heard that they did it before I saw the movie. I had heard that
I had no idea
that they used prosthetics to make him look more like Bruce Willis, like change his facial structure. And I think I expected it to be a lot more intense, and it didn't seem that bad when I watched it. Like I think
it was strange.
I think I had it in my head that it was going to be like, oh, that's not Gordon-Levitt at all, but it wasn't that intense.
I just didn't see the point. Like, I could have watched it with him being himself and thought, this is young Bruce Willis. Yeah. Fine, that's understandable. Like, I don't need characters to look identical for me to enjoy the movie.
Yeah.
It was just weird.
Well, I think that's about it, yeah? Anything else for Rouge One?
I would say that's it.
So if you like to...
Rouge One.
If you would like to get a hold of us, you can tweet us at...
I said it wrong again, didn't I?
I seen that. I seen that pod, or me directly at Alan RJR.
And I am at Taylor Enixon.
And if you enjoy this podcast and you would like to help us out, you can go over to Patreon. And for $1 a month, you can get all the episodes a week in advance. And also help us decide who has a better taste in movies, me or Taylor.
Taylor for sure.
Nope.
Yeah, so do that, people.
And I almost just said amen.
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 Do it. Do it now. That's my Arnold impression.
Nice. You want to hear
my next one?
Ray Romano?
Let's hear it. Okay, go.
Do it now. Is that any better? Yeah.
Much better.
That's Ray Romano doing Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, okay.
Do it now. All right, you want to hear my Gilbert Godfrey?
Oh, boy.
Do it now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm getting better.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This is like young Gilbert Godfrey as old Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, this is Gilbert Godfrey from the future doing pre-Arnold Schwarzenegger, so even before he was born.
I used to try to do Gilbert Godfrey impression.
Yeah, let's hear it.
It just hurts my throat.
Nope,
not going to do it.
Come on.
I can't.
You can do it.
With no practice?
Try it. You heard mine.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for that. What is the deal with this?
That's
all I
actually
got.
that's actually pretty terrible, but it's all right.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for forcing me into this.